We are continuing our work with 7A. So I just completed the first number sentence in 7A, and now I've worked on the second one, which is 45 minus 12 times 0. So looking at this problem, I would do parentheses first, and so 45 minus 12, that gives me 33, so I brought 33 down. Now, I haven't used the times 0, so I also brought that down. So 33 times 0, anything times 0 ends up being 0. So my answer is 0 here. Now B says, explain why the two number sentences have different answers. I wrote, the two number sentences have different answers because in the first problem, 12 times 0 is solved first. In the second problem, 45 minus 12 is solved first. And so due to order of operations, you get very different answers based on what you're solving first. And those parentheses in the second number sentence makes a big difference. Okay, looking at our next problem, I have number 8 reads, Edie is planting a 6-foot by 15-foot flower garden. She is planting sunflowers in one part and daisies in the other part. And so they drew you a picture here. Write one or more number models that represent how you can find the area of the garden. And so as I look up here, I'm going to focus in on each part of the garden. And so if I think of these two sections as arrays, this should help me with my work. And so here, I'm going to grab a marker and I'm going to count my columns and my rows to begin my work. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so the first section, I'm actually going to write for my answer. Let me move that down a bit. I'm going to write here. Thanks for your patience. 6 times 5 in parentheses. And then I'm going to be adding the second section to this. So I'm going to get my marker back out. And I'm going to note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so as we look at our second portion of this number model, we would have 6 times 10 equals question mark. And so remember, area equals length times width. And so for both of these sections, instead of doing the whole thing, which I could create 2 parts of this using adding the daisy section to the sunflower section, which I did down here. And so from there, I can also use order of operations. So as I work on this, I think 6 times 5 equals 30. And then 6 times 10 equals 60. So here, I've brought down both of my equations in the parentheses, and now I'm going to come up with my total answer of 90. And so it says, write one or more number models that represent how you can find the area of the garden. So I've written my number models, and then here in this section, I would write 90 because it's 90 square feet. And so I would solve this by splitting it into 2 sections. At the top, you have 6 foot by 15. You could also do 6 times 15, or thinking back to Jacob's strategy earlier in our end of year assessment, you could split 6 into 3 and 3 and do 3 times 15 and 3 times 15. There are multiple ways to solve this problem. Just double check that depending on how you set up your number models, did you get the answer of 90 square feet? Okay. Number 9, a collection of 6 movie tickets is shared equally among 3 families. How many tickets does each family get? So if you have 6 movie tickets and you're splitting them to each family, you want to think 6 divided by 3, and how many tickets would each family get? And so as we think about that, each 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So each family would get 2 tickets, and then write the fraction of the collection of movie tickets each family gets. Each family would get 2 out of the 6. So it would be